Welcome back. So in this video I'm going to explain that is BCom 4th as well as 6th semester management accounting. Okay, so that is 2025 question paper management accounting for BCom both, that is 4th as well as 6th semester. Okay, so let us go through the question, that is section B. Okay, so section B, briefly explain the any 5 tools and techniques of management account theory. Okay, next question number 3. From the following information, calculate current assets, current liabilities, stock turnover ratio. These 3 we need to calculate from given information. Okay, working capital rupees 75,000, current ratio 2.5:1, net sales rupees 4,80,000, opening stock rupees 26,000, closing stock rupees 14,000, gross profit ratio 25% on sales. Okay, so this is information they have given in the question number 3. Okay, so what we need to calculate? Current assets, current liability and stock turnover ratio. First we need to calculate what? That is working capital differences. Okay, see here, current sorry, current ratio 2.5:1. See, current ratio nothing but what? Current assets is to current liabilities, right? Current assets is to current liabilities is there, right? So current assets belongs to 2.5 and current liability belongs to 1. Okay, so that is 2.5 times for current assets, 1 times for current liabilities. Based on these information we need to calculate first working capital times, okay, ratio. See here, section B, working note. Okay, question number 3. See here, working capital is equal, what we have working capital formula here? Current assets minus current liabilities, right? See here, current assets, how much is there here? Ratio. Okay, because amount we don't know. Okay, current assets 2.5. Okay, minus 1 is current liability. Okay, so we'll get how much? 1.5 times is what? Working capital. So based on this information we need to calculate the what? Current assets as well as current liabilities. Okay, see, we have formula for calculate current assets and current liabilities also, and we can take for that is cross multiplication. Okay, see here, if working capital is 1.5, in such case current assets will be 2.5. Okay, see here, if working capital is 1.5, okay, in such case what will be the current assets times 2.5 times. Okay, and same as if working capital is 75,000, how much is current assets? See here, that's what is written here, that is cross multiplication. Okay, see here, I'll write here. See what? See, if 1.5 times is working capital ratio, okay, what will be the amount here? They have given in the question 75,000 is working capital. ಅಂದರೆ 1.5 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಕೈತ್ರಿ? 75,000. ಹಾಗೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟೈತೆ ನಮಗಿಲ್ಲಿ? 2.5 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ? ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸಿ ಇಯರ್ 2.5 into 75,000 ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 1.5 ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಹೀಗಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇದೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇಂಟು ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್. ಸೇಮ್. Okay, see here, 2.5 into 75,000, same here. Current assets ratio, how much is there? 2.5 divided by current working capital ratio, we already calculated here. How much? 1.5 into working capital amount 75,000. Okay, so we will get 1,25,000 is current assets. So formula apply ಆದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನೆನಪಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನೆನಪಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಸೊ ಅವಾಗೇನ್ರಿ ನೀವು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹೇಗೆ? ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ 1.5 ಇದ್ದಾಗ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? 75,000. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ 2.5 ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು? ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ 2.5 into 75,000 ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 1.5. ಸೊ ಅದಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಗೋ ಟು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬಿ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ಸೇಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ assets, cross multiplication. First I will tell you cross multiplication. So see here, 1.5 ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು 75,000. ಸೇಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ 1 times ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಸಿಯರ್ 1 into 75,000 ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 1.5. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೇನು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ ಸಿಯರ್ current liabilities is equal to current liability ratio divided by working capital ratio into working capital amount. Okay, see here current liability ratio how much is there here 1, right? 1 and divided by working capital ratio we already calculated here how much 1.5, right? So 1.5 into working capital amount question they were given in the question, that is how much here 75,000. Okay, 75 will get a 50,000 for current liabilities. Next, going through the stock turnover ratio. Okay, see here what we have stock turnover ratio here. Stock turnover ratio is equal to cost of goods sold divided by average stock. See here we need to calculate both these terms, that is cost of goods sold as well as average stock. Okay, so first we'll calculate the what cost of goods sold. Okay, so what is cost of goods sold formula? That is cost of goods sold is equal to sales minus gross profit. Okay, see sales, net sales how much is there 4,80,000. gross profit percent is there given. Again we need to calculate what gross profit. Okay, see here first you'll know the gross profit formula. See gross profit what they say 25% on sales, so 25% on sales. Net sales how much is there 4,80,000. so 4,80,000 into 25 1,20,000 is gross profit. Again cost of goods sold formula, that is net sales minus what gross profit. So net sales how much is there 4,80,000. gross profit already we calculated 1,20,000 minus 1,20,000 will get cost of goods sold 3,60,000. Next what we need to calculate that is average stock. So what we have average stock formula, opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. Okay, see here that is average stock is equal to opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. Opening stock how much is there 26,000 plus closing stock how much 14,000. Okay, divide by 2 will get to how much 20,000. So we calculated cost of goods sold as well as average stock. Next that is main formula stock turnover. So cost of goods sold how much is there here, how much is there here cost of goods sold 3,60,000 is 3,60,000 divided by average stock. Average stock how much 20,000. So is equal to 18 times is stock turnover ratio. Okay, moving to next question, that is question number 4. Next question number 4, ascertain fund from operation following information of Nayak Limited Hubli. Net profit after tax and appropriation rupees 2,50,000. Transfer to reserve fund rupees 50,000. Depreciation 10,000. Dividend received rupees 10,000. Provision for income tax rupees 30,000. Loss on sale of machinery rupees 50,000. Profit on sale of land rupees 30,000. So what we need to do here first we need to take profit after tax and appropriation. Under that we need to add non-operating expenses, deduct the non-operating incomes. Okay, see here first before that we need to identify expenses here. See here first one, transfer to reserve fund 50,000. so whatever we have fund, know that we are going to transferring. Okay, whatever we have that is excess fund here we are transferring to reserve fund. Okay, so it is also kind of what non-operating expenses. Okay, so transfer to reserve fund we need to add. Depreciation it is also expenses we need to add. Dividend received it is a non-operating income we need to deduct. Provision for income tax expenses. Okay, add. Loss on sale of machine rupees 50,000 expenses, that is we need to add. Profit on sale of land income it is we need to deduct. Okay, see here calculation of fund from operations, particulars amount total. First net profit 2,50,000. After that we need to add non-operating expenses. Okay, so under that what we have first transfer to reserve fund 50,000. Next depreciation rupees 10,000. Next dividend received income. Provision for income tax How much here? 30,000. Next last, that is loss on sale of machinery rupees 50,000. We'll get total, that is 1,40,000. 2,50,000 plus 1,40,000 will get 3,90,000. Next, deduct or less non-operating incomes here. That is first one, dividend received rupees 10,000. Next, profit on sale of machinery rupees 30,000. Total 40,000. 3,90,000 minus 40 will get 3,50,000 is fund from operations. Next, question number 5. Next, question number 5. From the following information furnished by Sahitya Company Limited, prepare common size income statement indicating item wise percentage to sales. See what they said, item wise a percentage to sales. Okay, see here what we have here, 2 years information they have given figures. Okay, net sales rupees 24 in 2024 20 lakhs and 25 lakhs. Cost of goods sold 12 lakhs 14 lakhs. Operating expenses 50,000 1 lakh. Non operating income 25,000 10,000. Income tax 35,000 1 lakh 20,000. Okay, see here first we need to take what, continuing operations, that is what, revenue from operations. Main thing, revenue from operation, what we have here, net sales 20 lakhs and 25 lakhs. Okay, next, cost of goods sold, it is expenditure, it will comes under expenses, and operating expense also it is a expenses, it is comes under expenses. Okay, non operating income nothing but it is comes under the other income. Okay, so first we'll take net sales, after that other income. Okay, total revenue will get after that, that is expenses. So under expenses, cost of goods sold, operating expenses will get a total expenses. Okay, so revenue minus expenses will get a profit before tax. So after that we need to deduct income tax, will get a profit after tax. Okay, this is a format we need to do here. See here of both the years, and we need to compare of both the years. Here common size income statement of Sahitya Company Limited for year ending 24 and 25. See here particulars, absolute figures nothing but whatever they have figures here, 20 lakh 25, that one, rupees, and percentage to change from revenue, that is change from 24 25. See what they said, change from revenue. Why? Because percentage to sales, indicating item wise percentage to sales means net sales is considered as what here, 100%. Okay, based on that 100% we need to calculate remaining items percentage here, how much it is going to be changed as compared to net sales, that is revenue from operations. Okay, so first one, continuing operations. First one, revenue from operations. What we have here, net sales. Okay, net sales in 24 20 lakhs and 25 lakhs. Okay, so what they said, it should be considered 100%. Why? Because they said percentage to sales. So we need to calculate, we need to consider base for net sales. So net sales will be considered as 100%. Okay, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ percentage. Common size, prepare common size income statement indicating item wise percentage to sales. So item wise, ಇಷ್ಟು item wise percentage calculate ಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಬೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್, 100%. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್, other income, that is non operating income here. So other income, non operating income, how much? 25,000, and for 2024 and for 2025 how much here, 25, it's the 10,000, sorry. Okay, see here 1.25 came here. So how we need to calculate here percentage? See here 25,000 divided by 20 lakhs. 25,000 divided by 20 lakhs into 100 will get 1.25. Same here, 10,000 divided by 25 lakh into 100, 0.40. Okay, we'll get what, total. So we don't have any income here apart from these two. So we need to calculate total revenue. Okay, 20 lakhs plus 25 lakh, 20 lakh 25,000, 25 lakh plus 10,000, 25 lakh 10,000. Okay, so here we need to add 100 plus 1.25, 101.25, 100.40, 100.40. Okay, next go into expenses. Okay, under that expenses we have two here, cost of goods sold and operating expenses. Expenses, first cost of goods sold, 12 lakhs 14 lakhs, 12 lakhs 14 lakhs. Again 12 lakhs divided by 20 lakhs into 100 will get 60. Okay, and 14 lakh divided by 25 lakh into 100 will get 56. Next, operating expenses 50,000 1 lakh, 50,000 1 lakh, 50,000 divided by 20 lakhs into 100 2.50, 1 lakh divided by 25 lakhs will get 4. Okay, next we need to calculate total expense. So total expenses 12 lakh plus 50,000, 12 lakh 50,000, 14 lakh plus 1 lakh 15 lakh. Okay, add it 60 plus 2.50 62.50, 56 plus 4 60. Okay, next we need to calculate profit before tax, that is total revenue minus total expenses. Profit before tax, total A minus total B, that is revenue minus expenses. 20 lakh 25,000 minus 12 lakh 50,000, 7 lakh 75,000, 25 lakh 10,000 minus 15 lakh 10 lakh 10,000, that is profit before tax. See a percent 101.25 minus 62.50, 38.75, 100.40 minus 60 will get 40.40. This is profit before tax. Under that we need to deduct what? Income tax. Okay, how much here? 85, 1 lakh will 1 lakh 20,000 will get a profit after tax. So minus tax expenses, income tax 85,000, 1 lakh 20,000. So 85,000 divided by 20 lakhs into 100 will get 4.25. 1 lakh 20,000 divided by 25 lakh into 100 will get 4.80. Next, profit after tax, that is 4 minus 5, that is profit before tax minus income tax. Okay, 7 lakh 75,000 minus 85,000, 6 lakh 90,000, 10 lakh 10,000 minus 1 lakh 20,000, 8 lakh 90,000, 38.75 minus 4.25, 34.50, 40.40 minus 4.80 will get 35.60. This is all about common size income statement. Okay, next last question of section B, question number 6. From the following information, calculate cash from operation, particular student 24 and 25. Profit and loss account, credit balance 2 lakh 50,000, 4 lakh 10,000, debtors 40,000, 80,000, bills receivable 20,000, 15,000, creditors 50,000, 70,000, outstanding salary 5,000, 7,000, goodwill 80,000, 50,000, depreciation 90,000 and 1 lakh 20,000. So in this case, first we need to take profit and loss 2 lakh 50,000. In this case, we are going to take first a closing balance of profit and loss account. This is opening balance, this is closing balance. Okay, see here 2 lakh 50 is opening balance. First we'll take closing balance of profit and loss account 4 lakh 10,000. Okay, so under that we need to add non-operating expenses. So if expenses are increasing, we need to take it as operating, that is non-operating expenses. Take it to consideration as non-operating expenses. If incomes are decreasing, that also we need to take, that is non-operating expenses into consideration. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ನಾನ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ಸು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆದಾಗ, ಓಕೆನಾ, ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್, ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಯಾವ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅವನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾನ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಅವನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾನ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾನ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಏನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು 2024 ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ನಾನ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, and whatever we have opening balance, no, that also will deduct. Okay, so let us solve here. First one, closing balance of profit and loss account. How much is the closing balance? 4 lakh 10,000. Okay, next add non cash or non operating expenses. First see here, debtors, whether it is increasing, debtors is a income. Okay, whether it is increasing or decreasing. 40,000 24 80,000 25. So increasing ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, non-operating income, okay, it is less. Next, bills receivable 20,000 ಇದೆ, 24 ಗ 25 15,000. ಸೊ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಸೀವಬಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ 2024 ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು 20,000, ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು 15,000. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗೈತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್. ಓಕೆ, if it is increasing, okay, we'll take in non-operating expenses. Creditors 50,000 for 2024, 70,000 for 2025. So it is income expenses is increasing here. Okay, so we need to add, considered as what? Non-operating expenses. Next, outstanding salary, it is also expenses. See, 5,000 for 2024, 7,000 for 2025, increasing, right? So increasing the expenses, we need to take it as non-operating expenses, that is add. Next, goodwill. See, goodwill is a income, it is. Okay, see here, for 2024 goodwill, it is income. For 2024 80,000, for 2025 50,000 is it. Here income is decreasing because 80,000 24-25 ga 50,000 decrease ಆಗಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಗುಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ 90,000 ಫಾರ್ 2024, 25 ಫಾರ್ 1,20,000. ಓಕೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್, ಸೊ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಡ್. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ 90,000 ಮೈನಸ್ 1,20,000, that is 30,000 is increase. Next, goodwill return of 80,000 minus 50,000 30,000. Next, increasing creditors. Okay, so increasing creditors 50,000 minus 70,000 will get 20,000. Next, increase in outstanding salary 5,000 minus 7,000 2,000. Next, decrease in bills receivable. Why? Because bills receivable is decreasing, income is decreasing. 20,000 minus 15,000 5,000. Okay, make it total 87,000. 4,10,000 plus 87,000 will get 4,97,000. Next, less non-operating income or non-cash income, increase in debtors. We need to, because income is increasing here 40,000 80,000, so 40,000 minus 80,000 40,000. Next, profit and loss opening balance will take here, where non-operating income. Okay, 2,50,000, 2 lakh total, 40,000 plus 2,90,000. Cash from operations, that is 4,97,000 here, 4,97,000. Okay, minus 2,90,000, we'll get 2,07,000 is cash from operations. I hope you guys are understanding. If you have any doubts, comment in the comment box. Thank you.